Microneedling versus microinfusion. In an earlier video, I shared with you that collagen banking is really important and not too late in our mature years. We can still do at-home treatments and in-office treatments to help build back that collagen that we've lost, especially post-menopause. Today, I'm comparing and doing a demonstration of microneedling versus microinfusion to help you decide which system you might want to try. I'm also going to share with you two different post-needling serums. Both are DNA-derived. This is the CALECIM PT6 and also the PDRN serum from Platinum Skincare. I am going to be using microneedling as one way to help stimulate collagen and keep my skin with fewer fine lines, firmer looking, and just a little bit more bouncy. That's what collagen is. It gives that bounce to our skin, and it definitely drops off after menopause. Both microneedling and microinfusion create a controlled injury to our skin. I'm pinking up on both sides, but there's no bleeding. It's very tolerable. And in response, our skin inflames and it sends the troops in for repair. And during that repair process, new collagen is formed. I tried it years ago and I honestly had a hard time with it. But I have found the Banish system and the Platinum microinfusion system that are a little bit more tolerable for my sensitive skin. Now I'm going to go through the complete protocol that I'm using both for microneedling and for microinfusion, as well as the serums I'm using post-microneedling and during microinfusion. The serums are just as important as the process of microneedling itself. You want to put on a serum that's going to help control the inflammation, help boost those fibroblasts, and also help convert collagen 3 into a more cohesive collagen 1. A little bit about the tools and why I chose each of them. I have always preferred a stamp to a roller. I started out microneedling with a roller and I didn't like it. And as the years went by, more and more information was coming out about how the rollers can cause drag. It's just not my preferred way to do microneedling. I prefer a stamp method. However, when I was sent the Banish, I think it was about 3 years ago now, it didn't come with replaceable heads, so you just had to toss it out, and it seemed kind of wasteful. So I just gave up microneedling altogether. I was thinking that maybe my skin was too sensitive for microneedling, and I kind of put it away for a few years. I did one session of in-office microneedling, but then I was just like, you know what, maybe this just isn't for me. But over the last 3 years, I've decided to reconsider it. And now the Banish 3.0 comes with the replacement heads and not having to throw away the tool every time you're done with a session. I just think that's a great improvement. And I chose the Platinum microinfusion system based on your recommendation. Both systems come with 24-karat gold-plated titanium needles. The Banish head has about 77 needles on the surface, whereas the Platinum Skincare microinfusion system has 33. So the number of needles differs, but the quality of needles is exactly the same. Before I start the demonstration, just a quick reminder that microneedling comes with contraindications. Your skin condition and your skin health may not be appropriate for microneedling. A few examples are a broken skin barrier, active acne. You may have a particular health condition or a skin condition that does not make microneedling the best option for you. So make sure you do your research before moving ahead with a microneedling program. It's also critical to pay attention to the disinfection instructions and the sanitization steps that each microneedling kit comes with. You do not want to introduce any bacteria or dirt or any makeup, sunscreen, nothing into your skin. You want clean, fresh skin, and you want all your tools disinfected and sanitized. So that is a critical step that I will do right before my setup and right before my demo. Skin prepped, disinfection steps done, I'm going to be using the Banish system on the left side, followed by the CALECIM PT6 stem cell serum, which has over 3,000 proteins, including growth factors, cytokines, and exosomes. So that will be on the left side. And then on the right, I'll use the Platinum Skincare microinfusion system. Now I've already decanted the PDRN serum into this little vial and cleansed off and done all my disinfection steps. Now, the reason this isn't 2 steps, it's a single step, is because the needles in the tip of this applicator are hollow. So I will be infusing the PDRN as I apply the needles. If you're at all interested in skincare lately, you've probably heard the acronym PDRN thrown around a lot lately, but what exactly is it and why would we want to use it after microneedling? PDRN stands for polydeoxyribonucleotide. And it is, yes, derived from, it's a DNA-derived molecule from salmon sperm, just as the PPT6 molecule is a DNA-derived molecule from the red deer. And both of these are bioavailable, which means our skin recognizes them. They can help with repair and restructuring after we cause damage to our skin with microneedling. So they're important in the healing process, but more important is the way that they work helps remodel collagen. Collagen 3, which is a bit disorganized, into collagen 1, that's more organized, which helps with the look of skin firmness, reduces the appearance of fine lines, and just gives our skin an overall improved resiliency and a smoother looking texture. So the reason these type of molecules work is they reduce inflammation and increase repair. They stimulate fibroblasts, so you get a boost of fibroblasts by using these. They also calm down that redness and kind of tamp down the production of MMPs, or matrix metalloproteinases, which occur when we have too much inflammation and actually cause collagen to break down. So it puts kind of a lid on that inflammation. So they're very helpful post microneedling to get a better result from our microneedling sessions. Think of this like a construction project. The microneedling tool is the demolition, and then the alarm bells go off, and then the fibroblasts come in, they're the construction workers. And then we add in our DNA-derived molecules, which are like the fuel and the blueprints and the project managers, to help make sure the final structure is even better and stronger than it was before. I don't know if that analogy helps you, but it kind of helped me kind of put the whole thing together. One of my best tips for planning your microneedling session is to plan it in the evening when you're not busy, you don't have a lot of distractions, and you're not going to be going out, because the last thing you want to do after you put your serums on is to put on sunscreen or makeup. If you do have to go out, get a Sunshield. This is the UV shield by Bluestone, but you don't want to put anything on after your skin. You want those serums to soak in, give yourself a few hours before you head to bed, and then let your skin regenerate overnight. So let's get started on the demo. I'm going to start with the Banish system. Quick note, I'm going to be sparing my forehead. I have been doing the TRIA fractional at-home laser system, and I just completed my 8 weeks. If you're interested in that, definitely don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and that video will be coming up. But I'm not going to do the forehead area because that's in my 4-week off where all that healing takes place. So I will be doing the Banish system and the Platinum Micro-Infusion system below the eye area, the orbital bone, and just below kind of my crow's feet. So I'm going to start with firm pressure, slightly overlapping. And I am only going to start with one round. Some people like to go horizontal and then vertical and repeat. I have very sensitive skin. I have a feeling that I am going to get enough response with a single round. I am going to be going over the lip area. Got to get those lip lines. And this feels slightly just like Velcro. It's not painful, it's just slightly prickling. Okay, so as you can see, I'm pinking up just a little bit. It wasn't painful at all, just a little bit prickling, kind of like the feeling of Velcro, actually. I'm going to apply the CALECIM serum. Now this is a tiny little bottle, but you won't need a thin layer of this. Now I know some people apply this with a cotton round or a flat cotton pad. I don't want to waste any of the serum in the pad. I've just made sure that my hands are very clean and I'm just applying a very thin layer right where I microneedled. You can see that probably the biggest inflammation response I'm getting in my neck area. That's because my neck is very sensitive. You may get more inflammation in some areas than another, but just let this calm down over the next few hours and you probably won't see any pinkness by morning time. All right, let's start with the Platinum Skincare's Micro-Infusion system. Obviously, this is going to take a little bit longer because the head size is a little bit smaller, and I'll describe the sensation as I go. It's very similar to that same Velcro sensation. I'm holding my microneedling tool perpendicular to my skin and just stamping and tapping as I go. And I can slightly hear the little spring in there depressing and dispensing the serum. This feels very similar to the Banish head, just kind of like Velcro. I'm tipping my head a little bit to make sure the serum is dispensing. Now I have a little bit of post-inflammatory erythema from a breakout that I had not too long ago. Definitely going to get these marionette lines. And so basically the difference is this is a one-step system as opposed to applying the serum after you finish needling. A little tender over the mouth area for sure. Microneedling and microinfusion done. As you can see, I'm pinking up. Both systems caused the inflammatory response as we expected. I don't have pinpoint bleeding anywhere that I can see, just a lot of erythema and redness. Now, application process. The Banish system went a little more quickly, I would say, because the head is obviously larger and it didn't take me really all that long to apply the serum afterwards. This took a little bit longer and was a little bit more difficult because I had to kind of cant my head to the side to make sure the serum is dispensing. But the head is obviously smaller, so it just took me a lot longer to do. As far as comfort level, they were both the same. As far as my feelings right now, both are kind of slightly warm. My skin is warm, no real pain, just warm. Let's quickly talk aftercare. Preparation, application, and aftercare are all equally important when you're doing microinfusion or microneedling. You want to make sure that you're kind of babying your skin. The next 3 to 5 nights, I won't be doing any retinols or retinoids. I won't be using any exfoliating acids. I'll be treating my skin very gently. Tonight, after my serums soak in, I might, in a couple hours before I go to bed, apply the DIEUX skincare. This is their colloidal oatmeal berry repair moisturizer. You want to keep your skin moisturized, but you don't want to introduce a lot of other skincare like vitamin C, any kind of actives. You want to baby your skin for a few days. So that's what I'll be doing. And then by tomorrow morning, I can apply some sunscreen or I can just wear my Sunshield. But you want to make sure you're really taking care of your skin and not exposing it to UV because your skin is still very sensitive. How often should you do microneedling to get the results that you're looking for? More collagen, less fine lines, firmer texture, decreased scarring. Honestly, it's really important to give your skin that time to remodel the collagen, to heal up, and that takes time. Typically, they recommend microneedling about every 4 weeks. So that's the protocol that I'm going to be doing. Every 4 weeks, I will be doing microneedling on the left, microinfusion on the right for about 6 months. And then we'll take a look at my results. It does take time to get results with this method. I know people who have been microneedling for years and swear by this. So I decided I would jump on the bandwagon, give microneedling and microinfusion a try to heal up some of the scarring that I have, to get rid of some of those fine lines and just keep my skin as smooth as possible. So if you're going to try either one of these systems, I would love to hear what you're using, what you swear by, and your schedule. Like I said, I'm going to be doing this for the next 6 months. We'll look at my results after the 6 months and see what kind of results that I get. I hope today's video answered some of your questions about microneedling and microinfusion. Also, if you have any more questions, leave them down below in the comments. And if you're interested in what else I'm doing to help with collagen banking in my mature over 50 years, definitely watch this video here. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and hype if you enjoyed this video. Wishing you all a fantastic day.